What's up, HASfit Tribe? It's your personal trainer, Coach Kozak.
I'm Claudia, and this is a full body beginner workout.
Today's strength training session will work to build lean muscle while burning fat.
You will only need dumbbells, but you may also want to have a bench, box, or a chair available.
This is a no repeat session, so we'll only be performing one set of each exercise.
Now let's go.
Let's begin today's session with a warm-up. We have a combination move for you here first. It is a squat plus overhead reach. It's Claudia's favorite.
I think it's everyone's favorite. So
we are going to set up with a hip width stance. Our hands are at our side. We're going to perform a deep squat, sitting back, weight in our hips, far down as you can go. And now overhead reach, hands back to our side, and then stand up.
So, I love it because I need to do it more.
Need to perform it more? All right, every time we're trying to get our hips a little lower on that squat. So just sink a little lower, keeping good posture while you're bringing those arms overhead.
And you really want to make sure also, that your weight is completely distributed throughout your whole foot. So you don't find yourself rolling on your toes or falling back on your heels.
Yeah, and this one takes some practice. It doesn't look difficult, but this one is definitely a challenge for our mobility. Last one right here. Sitting back, good full range of motion, and up. All right, next one we're going to move into is a hip hinge plus a rotation. Setting up similar, feet hip width apart. My hands are gonna be here out in front of me, and I'm gonna have a slight bend in my knees. Now I'm gonna break at my hips, hinging, keeping my back straight. Hands are down in front of me, and I'm gonna rotate to my right side, looking up at that hand. Bring back down. Now rotate to my left side. Bring back down, stand up. Going through that sequence again, pressing those hips back as you go down in that hip hinge. And then
not turning it into a squat, keeping the same knee flexion throughout the whole move when you bend over.
That's it. So you start with a little bend in those knees and then you keep it there throughout the whole move. One last one. Feel that stretch in the back of your legs and your glutes. And stand up. All right, feeling loose, feeling ready to go. And like we said in the introduction, this is a no repeat session. So we're just gonna do one set of each exercise. Our first one is gonna be a dumbbell reverse lunge. We need a moderate weight for this first one for most of us. Some of you may just use your body weight, and that's all right as well. Good posture to start with. I'm gonna step back with my right leg, bringing both knees to a 90-degree angle, and then returning. Then my left leg. We're gonna do 16 total steps. For you mathematicians out there, that's 8 on each leg. Ready, and begin. Dropping straight down. So ideally, you're coming up right before that knee hits the floor. Certainly not bouncing off the floor.
Maybe just give it a little tap if you want.
Yeah, just so you know where you're at depth-wise. I was gonna say you're gonna kiss the floor with that knee. Nice and gentle. We're inhaling on the way down, and we're exhaling on the way up. Controlled pace here, not racing.
That's your halfway point right here.
This one's working our hamstrings, our glutes, our quadriceps. Our quadriceps is that big thigh muscle in front.
There's 11, 5 more.
Keep that core engaged throughout. Again, inhaling on the way down, exhaling on the way up.
2 more. Last one right here.
And break.
Excellent.
Okay, so we're gonna give our legs a break. We're gonna move on to an upper body movement. We need 2 light dumbbells for this one. And if you don't have light, maybe a couple of water bottles or soup cans, but we need something light. We're gonna do a dumbbell shoulder box. We're gonna start with our elbows into our side and they're at a 90-degree angle. It's a 4-part movement. 1, bring those arms up till they're parallel to the floor. 2, pull those hands back. 3, hands come forward. 4, return back to starting position.
That counts as 1.
So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Doing it together for 12 repetitions. Ready, and begin. Keep good posture. Pull those hands back. And you're gonna be very intentional about all 4 of these distinct movements. Don't allow them to just kind of blend in together. Doesn't take a lot of weight on this one. We're under control, really hitting that entire shoulder,
Oh, yeah.
including our anterior, posterior, and medial delts. Great one for our posture. Great one for our rotator cuffs.
Here's 8. Not much left.
Remember, it's 12 in total. And by now, those shoulders should be burning a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And if they're not, you probably didn't choose a heavy enough weight. And if you can't even hold your arms up at this point, you probably should have chose a little lighter weight.
2 more. Let's go.
Part of learning strength training is understanding what weight you need for different movement patterns, and everybody's different.
Last one right here. And all done with that one.
Okay, so we can set these down. No weight needed for the next one. We're gonna work on our core with the low plank. I'm gonna do my variation from the floor.
I'm going to do mine from a bench, so now would be a good time to get whatever implement you're using out.
So from the floor is gonna be the more advanced variation. From the bench, or the higher the implement, the easier it's gonna be. You decide where you're at. So we're coming onto our forearms. Core is tight. We have a nice, straight, flat back. And we're gonna hold this one for 45 seconds in total.
Yep.
So getting into your ready position in 3, 2, 1, begin.
There we go.
Core is engaged throughout.
We don't want to have our butt sinking down like this, nor do we want to have it up like that. That would be cheating. So just try to imagine that you just have one straight line from the top of your head down to your toes.
Yeah, we could balance a glass of water on our backs or a glass of wine, depending on your preference.
Or a glass of wine.
Or a protein shake.
A table. He's more tabletop than I am.
Sure. Fair.
So, a few more seconds. Come on.
Continuing to breathe. Don't hold your breath.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and break.
Excellent. We're working our back next with a self-supported dumbbell hip row. We need just one dumbbell and probably a moderate to a heavier weight for this one, depending on your strength level. We're gonna do equal repetitions on each side, getting started in a staggered stance. I'm gonna place a hand that doesn't have that dumbbell on that opposite side knee. My shoulders are square here. I'm gonna pull back from my elbow until that dumbbell is back by my hip. So I'm not pulling up here, I'm actually pulling back, hence the name hip row. We're gonna do 12 repetitions on each side. Ready? And begin. Again, inhaling on the way down, exhaling as we're pulling up. Controlling that way down as well. You know, the temptation is just to allow the gravity to take over and allow that dumbbell to flop down, but fight that temptation.
Come on. Here we go. That's 10. 2 more.
Squeeze that back at the top. And 12.
Excellent.
Okay. Same move, opposite side here. Again, knees are bent, back is straight. Got myself self-supported here.
Elbows nice and square.
And begin pulling back from that dumbbell. That dumbbell, again, by the end of that row, that dumbbell should be back by your hip. Letting the elbow lead the way. If you've done our videos before, you know I like to say, let's pretend we got a string attached to that elbow. Somebody's pulling back on that string.
That's 9.
Helps us to emphasize and use the correct muscles on this one.
Last one right here. Squeeze it out.
And 12.
Excellent.
All right, you're definitely gonna want a lighter weight for this one. We need 2 dumbbells, lighter than the weight used for your row. Or moving into a tricep isolation exercise. It's a dumbbell pronated tricep kickback. Working on that tricep, that nice 3 muscles combined in the back of the arm. All right, feet are hip width apart. Bending over on a 45-degree angle. Palms are facing forward, elbows are up to start. So there's your starting position. Now I'm only going to extend from my elbow and come back down. Notice how I'm not swinging and using my whole arm and shoulder. Doing this one for 15 repetitions. All right, here we go. Ready, position, dumbbells or elbows are up, and begin. Control the way down. We gotta slow it down, slow it down.
Sorry.
I know. She knew I was talking to her. Maybe I'm talking to you too, depending on if you were speeding through it. And again, that's the temptation. Certainly would be easier to go fast. But we're not in it for easy, we're in it for results.
That's 10.
So even we need that reminder sometimes. Squeeze the back of the arm, we're feeling it too. Come on.
Here's 14, last one.
And 15,
Woo.
Nice. Okay, next up, we're gonna go back to our lower body. Lower body's a big muscle group, so we're gonna use a heavier weight. We have a dumbbell front squat. We're going to curl those dumbbells up into a rack position here, palms facing us. My feet are hip width apart. I'm gonna break at my hips first, then bend at my knees. Good posture here, don't be bending over like so. Get those shoulders back for 12 repetitions. Ready, and begin. Inhale on the way down. Exhale on the way up. Again, controlled here.
Head up, chest up. Don't let it fall over.
In our strength training, we want to make sure we get that time under tension. Not just about how many reps we do or how much weight we're using. It's also about the time those muscles are spending under tension. TUT, time under tension. Inhale, and then exhale on the way back up. Core stays tight, don't let it be loose.
That's 9.
Come on, almost there, folks. Working that whole lower body. Even our shoulders and abs are getting in on the fun on this one.
Last one right here, come on. Inhale and exhale, 12.
Okay, we can set those hand weights down. And we have Claudia's second favorite exercise next, the push-up. I'm gonna do my push-ups from the floor.
I'm gonna do the slightly easier variation with my bench.
Again, you don't have a bench, you could use a countertop, a couch, or a wall. The higher you are, the easier they are.
That's right.
Okay, so we are going to perform 8 good form push-ups.
Yes.
So what is a good form push-up? Our hands are gonna be just wider than our chest. My elbows are gonna tuck in on a 45-degree angle, so not flared out, not all the way tucked, 45. Control the way down and back up together. Ready? And begin. So crucial that you don't practice a chicken head push-up. What is that? Well, that's when you just move your neck. I need you bending at those elbows, lowering your body. And if you're not able to do it with the modification that you chose, well, give it a change up, modify it, go a little higher. And if this is too easy for you, place your feet up on something.
Last one, right here.
And there's 8.
Ooh, you are so kind to us.
Very nice. Earlier we did that dumbbell hip row. It's really working our lats. This next one, we're gonna work our upper back, our traps, and rear delts with a dumbbell face pull. We need 2 lighter dumbbells for this next one. Don't wanna go too heavy. We're gonna perform 12 repetitions. Our feet are gonna be hip width apart, little bend in my knees. I'm gonna bend over in a 45-degree angle. Back is straight, my shoulders are retracted. Now, I'm gonna let my elbows lead the way and I'm gonna pull towards my face. So that's why we call it a face pull, right? So not here, like a typical row, but those elbows come up and we pull towards our face. Ready? And begin. Again, controlling the way up and the way down. Don't let gravity take over, especially on the way down. Controlling that negative or eccentric phase of the movement.
Halfway.
Breathing in on the way down, exhaling as we pull them up. It's a tough move, but you're tougher. Come on.
Here's 10. 2 more. Let's go.
You got to finishing strong.
11. Last one right here.
12.
Excellent.
Okay, we're going to move into a move for our biceps. I'm going to stick with the same weight for this one.
Yeah, I think I am too.
We're going to perform a dumbbell reverse curl. So my elbows are going to be in and my palms are facing me. My wrists are locked in tight. Now, I'm curling up from that elbow joint. Again, wrists stay tight and locked. Palms are facing down. Here we go. 15 repetitions on this one. Choose an appropriate weight. Ready, and begin.
General rule of thumb is if you have a lot of repetitions, like 15, then to be really conservative on the weight, especially since you're doing that many reps.
Hey.
Now, if we were doing 8, I probably would have upped the weight some.
Sure. And again, that all comes with the learning curve, learning experience of strength training. Of course, one of our number one biggest requests is, well, what weight should I use? I don't know. Everybody's different. Some people are stronger in some moves and weaker in others. You have to learn it for yourself. I can't do it for you, folks.
That's
I wish
right.
I could.
That's 10, 5 more.
But that's just part of the learning experience. It'll get easier over time, I promise. And then once you learn it, then you'll everything that you know, you'll be like, oh shoot, I need to increase the weight.
2 more, let's go.
It's called improvement.
And 15.
All right.
Nice work.
Okay, we're gonna move on to our lower body next. Give our upper body a little break, and I am gonna go heavier on this one.
I'm actually gonna use no weight for mine. I'm doing the body weight variation.
Yeah, so for those of you whose body weight is enough, all right, you can do the same move. We're gonna perform a dumbbell or no dumbbell, 1 1/4 sumo deadlift. My feet are wide, my toes are pointed out. Good posture here. Again, breaking up my hips first. So not knees first, hips, then knees. Good posture. I'm gonna go all the way down. I'm gonna go 1/4 of the way up. Back down, and then stand up. So that's
Ooh.
that extra 1/4 at the bottom that's gonna work our glutes and backside. Here we go, 12 repetitions. Let's do it together. Ready, all the way down, 1/4 of the way up, back down, and up. That's 1. Doing it together. And again, that little extra move at the bottom just gives us a little extra emphasis on our backside and our hamstrings. Really want you to fight on this one to keep those shoulders back and to not get here once you reach the bottom, right? But instead keeping those shoulders back. Good posture. Sometimes it's a strength problem that makes it hard for you to do that. Sometimes it's a flexibility problem if you're just not quite mobile enough.
And remember, we want to have our weight evenly distributed across the entire foot.
Yeah.
That way you don't find yourself rolling back or forward.
Yeah, good balance. We say driving through the midfoot. That's how we like to describe that.
Come on, 3 more.
Come on, we're feeling it too. Let's go, HASfit Tribe. Getting stronger together.
2 more.
Every rep. Come on.
1 more.
You got it.
Excellent.
Okay. So I'm gonna set these heavier dumbbells down and I'm gonna go a little lighter, and I only need 1 dumbbell for this next one. We're gonna perform a dumbbell halo, working our core as well as our shoulders on this one. A lot of these are compound moves, working multiple muscle groups. Very efficient today. My elbows are in front of me. I'm holding that dumbbell on either side. I'm gonna bring my arm up and across, bring that dumbbell behind my head, back to the center, and then opposite
direction.
That's it.
Ooh.
So going back and forth. This one's timed. We're doing this one for 45 seconds. Good 360 bracing. Hands at your side. Feel that tight all the way around during the whole move. All right, ready? And begin. All the way around. Try not to knock yourself out. That would ruin your day.
It's good anti-rotation here. We want to keep our core nice and tight and engaged.
That's it. I'm going to say 360-degree bracing, so we're not only pushing out on our stomach, but pushing out all the way around. Like we're filling up a balloon in our midsection.
Come on, not much left. 15 more seconds. You got it.
Get that full range of motion all the way around.
Give it that nice firm base. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and break.
Okay. Next one isn't going to take a lot of weight. Maybe that same weight that you were just using, maybe slightly lighter. We're going to do a standing dumbbell fly.
I'm using the same weight that I used for the tricep extension.
Okay, that's a good
Kickbacks.
point of reference. We need 2 dumbbells. We're going to stand a staggered stance. Doesn't matter which foot you put back. Good posture. Dumbbells are at my side. I'm going to use my chest muscles to lift these dumbbells straight up and then control the way back down. We're doing this one for 12 repetitions in total. Ready? And begin.
Ooh, you should really feel it at the top of your chest.
So you start with a little bend in those elbows and you keep that same bend. So we don't want to turn this into a curl, right? But instead, it's like we're lifting straight up. Feel those chest muscles doing the work.
And you especially feel them after those push-ups.
Oh yeah. And just a full body workout today.
That's 6. 6 more to go.
No muscle group is getting left behind.
Never.
Control that lowering phase, fighting against gravity here.
9. Come on, 3 more.
Come on, stay strong. Dig
Exhale.
deep.
Here's 11. Inhale down. Exhale for this last one.
You got it.
Excellent work.
And there's 12. All right.
Excellent work.
Nice work to you out there, HASfit Tribe. Our workout portion is complete. Now we are moving on to our cool down. Do not skip this portion. It's so crucial to 1, help improve our flexibility and mobility, and 2, make sure we don't get too sore over the next few days. Our first move is going to be a toe touch plus a chest opener. Feet are together. We are going to reach to our toes or maybe our ankles or knees or shins, depending on how far you can reach. And then we're going to stand straight up, bring my elbows up, 90-degree angle. I'm going to perform a chest opener, pull back on those shoulders, elbows, hands.
Our shoulders and chest got a lot of work today.
They did, feels good. All right, and dive back down. So just alternating between the two. Again, just efficient move. We're hitting many muscle groups with just this one stretch, one combo here. Anterior and posterior muscles.
Yeah.
Diving back down.
Get that upper back in there too.
Bringing those heart rates down slowly here. Last one. Pull back and hold. All right, next up, we're going to perform a standing quadricep stretch. Now, you can do this one out in space if you feel good about your balance. You can find a wall, a chair. I'm going to use a wall today because, hey, why not? So I'm going to reach back. I'm going to grab that opposite side ankle or foot. Keep that knee in, and I'm just going to hold.
That's it.
That's the whole move right there. And if you can't quite reach it, you can use a towel or a band. You could also lie down on your side for this one. Giving you plenty of tools to work with here. But we know a lot of our beginners don't like to get down on the floor, so trying to give you standing moves here.
I'm with you on that one.
And relax. Same move, opposite side. Got to keep it even, right?
That's right.
That's it. Pulling back. Again, trying to keep that knee tucked in. Don't allow it to flare out.
No flaring. Get that good stretch in that front.
Stretching both our quadricep as well as our hip flexor. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is it. Complete.
That's it. That's all she wrote.
Nice work today. And we hope today will allow you to build some momentum into that next workout and the next one and the next one and keep this going. Right. One of the best ways to do that is to follow a complete exercise program,
which can be found on the HASfit app.
So go ahead and download it now and check it out.
Don't forget to like us on your favorite social media channel.
Until next time, I'm Coach Kozak.
I'm Claudia.
And we will see you at your next workout.